could guess from the intro song, I am reviewing Best Day Ever, requested by 17777 Greg. Best Day Ever. It's gonna be easy to sum up, but it's just about when this little spongy wants to have the best day ever. You know, and by best day ever, just his ordinary stuff. Going to work at the Krusty Krab, going to jellyfishing with Patrick, going to do some karate with Sandy. But his best day ever turns out to go into worst day ever. So the title, in my opinion, is misleading. And even though the theme is that the SpongeBobs will have a best day ever, honestly, the episode should have been just called Worst Day Ever. I love this episode, honestly. It's one of my favorite episodes of SpongeBob, and it's one of my favorite episodes of Season 4. This, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated SpongeBob episodes I've ever seen. A lot of people are harsh on this episode, they're hating on this episode, and I kind of understand why. The only thing that did piss me off the day this episode aired was the fact that Nickelodeon had a 24-hour marathon, which it was awesome, but they had a 24-hour marathon leading up to one 11-minute new episode of SpongeBob SquarePants, and it was called Best Day Ever. Just one. You give us a 24-hour marathon, Nickelodeon, and that's what you give us? One damn 11-minute new episode of SpongeBob? Oh, that was pure bullcrap when that happened. Really irked me. And I'll never forget that day because it was just so horrible that they did that, but yeah. So, the reason I do love this episode, though, is because it does have a lot of funny moments. I found the storyline to be very good. And plus, I find the Best Day Ever song very catchy. I just love the song so much. The best day ever. It's just a very catchy tune. And also, they brought back the nematodes. Remember the nematodes from the Season 1 episode of SpongeBob called Home Sweet Pineapple? Well, they made their return appearance here. And the fact that the nematodes actually returned, that was very cool. I loved the nematodes return, and I thought it was funny. The episode all around was very funny to me. Whether it went from Mr. Krabs condemning the Krusty Krab because the nematodes were trying to eat it, or from Patrick continually breaking his net. Although, that's a nitpick I did have, though. That part where Patrick just kept breaking his net, it did annoy me just a bit, but that's just a nitpick. And then we have SpongeBob trying to do karate with Sandy, but she was just too busy with the leak from the water falling down the tree dome. And then SpongeBob wants to go to Squidward's clarinet recital, and that's when he saw Squidward's whole issue, and that was one of the most hilarious moments. Although, quite gross, but it was hilarious, though. Just everything I could say about this episode was amazing. It's disappointing that it was only 11 minutes, because honestly, when I was watching the marathon, the whole time I was watching it, I really thought it would be a 30-minute special. And I really do think this episode could have worked as a 30-minute special. Now, come on, Nick. Why didn't you give us that in the damn first place? But overall, despite the fact that Nickelodeon had a 24-hour marathon for one 11-minute episode, I love Best Day Ever. Honestly, it's one of the most underappreciated, one of the most underrated episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants, in my opinion. I think people are being a little too hard on it, but you know what? Everyone does have their own opinion, so I'm not bashing anyone for hating or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and give the Best Day Ever a 10 out of 10. Oh, and by the way, the finale when all of the main characters sang Best Day Ever. That was really enjoyable, and I thought it had a funny and amazing ending to this 11-minute episode. Best Day Ever. Subscribe to my channel. Comment to give me your thoughts on the SpongeBob episode. Like and share this video. I hope you enjoyed this, and don't forget that I will always have Tog of Power!